Not all lessons have to be written, writing based. So all of a sudden you free yourself up in terms of your planning. Well, we don't have to have them sit and put that into an essay or into a what have you. It could actually be that they just move photos around and rearrange them in order for a timeline.
It's the same kind of thing when they've done things using the ICT. If they're using the computer, the lower ones, the younger ones, sorry, can't always print the screen off all the time, so you can just take a photo, see how they're doing.
Rather than looking at different individuals' work, you could theoretically have one lesson and you can clearly see what ability child did which type of work for that session. But it's all there in the learning journal, sparing you the trawl through the exercise books.
It's time saving. Why put the same photograph in everybody's book when you can say, look at here, there's our evidence for that. They went to the post box, these are some of their comments, there's the photograph. Not photocopying it, sticking it in 30 books.
If you've got that book open at the table and the children are writing as you go, it's done. You've got nothing to mark for that lesson. And then the children have done some wonderful work with really profound statements about their faith, and you're like, oh yeah, that's all recorded there, I don't need to do anything.
I think it's a learnt skill. I think there's, you get to a point where you make sure somebody writes the date and waltz at the beginning of the lesson, and everyone else is writing their date and waltz, their aim in the books. And then as you're going on, gets put in, or your teaching assistant with you in the room, you've got to be partners, they're taking photographs as you're doing activities, so that you've got it all there documented. Then, again, could be a teaching assistant, could be yourself, post-its or little printouts, whatever, for children to write on and reflect, and that all goes in. So in terms of keeping on top of your workload as well, like your marking, where you might verbally mark some books in the lesson, you could document all your floor book or your learning journal work at the same time. It could be done by the end of that lesson, all ready to get glued in and finished at the end of the day. Next day's ready.
Because I must admit, when I first started using them, I was like, it's a bit of a cop-out. It's so that the teacher doesn't have as much marking to do. I was like, it's just so that you've got 3 sets as opposed to 4 sets. But it's not. Like, the children get so much out of it themselves.
So in terms of teacher workload, it's a major impact, because you know that if you've got a group of however many, if 6 of them are working in the learning journal, you're not marking their books. Instead, you've done the work with them in the session, you've got their photos and their comments, and you yourself can add something if necessary, or have them come back the next day and say, oh, do you remember what we did yesterday? Could you just put this there?
Sometimes you think, I need to put that in the learning journal, but I haven't got the children. I'm doing it quickly at the end of the day. So if you just put some post-it notes in to remind the children, I always give them a prompt of a post-it, and then I'm like, this is what... So I want you to talk about how we watched a video, and then they'll put it in their own words. So I kind of scaffold it and give them could you write something about what the men did? And then the children will write it in their own words.
I don't know how schools get by without using these, I really don't. Well, they spend a lot of time sticking things in everybody's book individually.